I'm Lexi. I'm in the US. And today I wanted to look at another US UK mashup. We've kind of already done this one a little bit. When, was it last summer, the summer before, I made banana pudding using Angel Delight. But this one is a little bit different. Instead of combining America's banana pudding and Angel Delight, we are combining banana pudding and banoffee pie. Now, I have made this before. It has become a beloved favorite in just a few short years around my family holiday table. I made this for Thanksgiving last year and it went very quickly. And I wanted to make it for all of you. It's a really simple recipe. It comes together very easily. Even if you don't know how or like to cook, you can make this. As you can see, I've already made it because it's better if it's sat for a while, at least a couple of hours. So let's go back to earlier Lexi and I'll show you how to put this together. Okay, this is a real easy one. So it's going to come together pretty fast. We are starting with 2 cups of cold milk and a package of banana cream pudding. I'm using Jell-O. The brand doesn't really matter. I'm also making this half size because the full size one of these is pretty large and I don't need the whole thing. So if you want a full sized one for an event, you're going to go with 4 cups of milk and 2 packages of pudding. In goes the pudding mix. Now, I know traditionally banana pudding uses vanilla pudding. Why? Why not add an extra boost of banana flavoring? This is not coming out because I did not rip the hole all the way open. There we go. Why not use the extra boost of banana flavoring and make your dessert even more flavorful? I will always use banana pudding when I make this. And then you just stir, or whisk rather, for several minutes. Let's see, what does the directions actually say? Whisk for 2 minutes. So I'm going to whisk for 2 minutes. So I will see you in 2 minutes. Okay, I have whisked this and it's starting to thicken up and it'll reach a soft set in a few more minutes. But we've got some things to do before then. We need to slice up a couple of bananas. And you know, how many bananas is a little open to interpretation. I probably use a different number every time I do this. Mostly because I don't remember. But I'm going to start with 3. And if I need some more, I can cut up some more. Peel these strings off. And just simple slices. I want to say 3 is probably the right number for a half batch. Because like looking at the size of the bunch, I probably picked up 6 last time I made this. And I think that I used them all last time I made this. Although considering that that was just Thanksgiving, you'd think I'd remember. Okay, so I'm going to build it in this, which is just a Rubbermaid storage container. And I'm going to start with a layer of vanilla wafers. Now, this is an off-brand, but they're a little bit cheaper, and I actually like this brand a little bit better. make some room here and put it here so you can see. Yeah, that's better. Just want something kind of like that. One more over here. And then we're going to pour about half of the pudding on top. It's about half. Spread that out. Why am I not doing this with a spoon? And then the banoffee part of banoffee pudding and banoffee pie is dulce de leche. And I just bought this can at the grocery store, but you can make this stuff quite easily by just boiling a closed can of sweetened condensed milk. It's completely submerged in a pot of water for about 3 hours. Then you have a beautiful, easy, and relatively inexpensive homemade dulce de leche. And I'm just going to put some small bloops, I know that's a very technical term, a bloop, around. And next we put on some bananas. Then we are going to sort out this whisk. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get this whisk out of my way and utilize the correct tool for removing pudding from this mixing cup. Okay, hang on. Okay, I got myself a spatula. Just set the spoon there. Empty the rest of the pudding on top. Spread this out nicely. Lick the spoon, because that's the chef's prerogative. I didn't do this right. Vanilla wafers were supposed to go down next. We'll do it this way. Okay, so it should have been pudding, caramel, bananas, vanilla wafers, more pudding. I forgot the vanilla wafers. But this is an amalgamation dessert where it all just kind of gets mushed together anyway. So it should work out. I hope. Well, it's not like it's going to taste bad. Okay, vanilla wafers. And then some more caramel, because this is a very confused banana pudding. I'm going to try and drop these bloops in between a little bit so that it blends in with the pudding. Okay. And I've got a little bit left, but I'm going to mix this with some hot milk and then put it in my coffee. The rest of these bananas I'm just going to plop on top. And then I'm going to cover this with saran wrap or plastic wrap before I put the lid on. And that will help to keep the bananas from browning, because I'm going to put it right down on top of them. It'll help to create kind of like an airproof barrier. I need another banana. I also washed the caramel off my hand. But putting the plastic wrap directly onto this will help to create an airproof barrier and prevent the bananas from browning while we wait. Because banana pudding is always better after it's sat for a while. That lets the vanilla wafers absorb some of the moisture in the pudding, and in the case of this banoffee pudding, it helps the caramel kind of meld with the pudding a bit. You'll see what I mean when we try this. That's the only spot where I'm thinking we might have some problems with me messing up the order of this top layer here. There is one more thing that goes on top of this, but I'm going to put on the whipped cream at the last minute so that it doesn't deflate on us. And because this needs to sit, I will see you in a bit. I'm going to make the whipped cream on my own. You've seen me make whipped cream a few times here on the channel. And I will make the whipped cream, throw this on top, and I will meet you back at our regularly scheduled location for the ever-important taste test. See you in a minute. Welcome back. See, I told you that was easy. So, I didn't bring a plate, because, well, I just didn't. But I'm just going to put it on the lid. That works, right? You can see here all the layers. So we've got the whipped cream, the bananas, the point where I put the vanilla wafers in the wrong place, pudding, more bananas, more vanilla wafers. I think you can see all that from there. Well, there, you can now. But let's dig in. Doing this in the wrong order has only had one tiny effect. And that's that the dulce de leche on the top hasn't blended with the pudding the way that the layer on the bottom does. But I kind of actually like that. It gives it another element. It's good either way, but it is a little more distinctive this way than if you had layered it, again, vanilla wafers, pudding, caramel bananas. Taste. Taste-wise, it's very much like traditional American banana pudding, but with an extra element, and that extra element is delicious. Texture-wise, it's basically exactly the same too. The only difference texturally is that little tiny bit of, it's not really chewiness, but it's a little thicker than the pudding, where the caramel was on top of the bananas. Clearly, this is something I will make again. I think my family would be very disappointed if I didn't. And I think that you should try this one. Whether you are in the US or in the UK, this is something worth trying. And like I've said before, when we bring things together, we end up with amazingly delicious creations. But that's all I have for today. So if you could give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!